Hello and welcome back to Bicycle Legs. Today we have the first episode in an ongoing series called Favourite Albums of All Time, where, funnily enough, I'll talk about some of my favourite albums of all time. Today we're talking about Billy Bragg's Talking with the Taxman About Poetry. Now, this album was originally released on September 22nd, 1986 on the Go Discs label. My Australian version is pressed on Liberation Records. For those of you who are not familiar with Billy Bragg's style, especially on his early records, it's what can be described as folk punk. So the song structures are similar to traditional folk music, but the attack of the guitar and the voice are more like a punk band like The Clash, for example. Most of these songs are just Billy Bragg on guitar and vocals with a few extra instruments thrown in, occasionally some piano or violin or trumpet. There's no full band arrangements on this album. Now Billy Bragg kind of basically writes two types of songs. He writes complex relationship songs, not your average boy meets girl sort of fare, but a lot deeper than that. Or he writes lefty political songs. So let's have a look at the album. The first song is called Greetings to the New Brunette, and this is one of his relationship songs, and it's quite a happy one. My favourite line in the song is, "I'm celebrating my love for you with a pint of beer and a new tattoo." The next song is a cover version from a band called the Count Bishops, and it's a song called Train Train. Billy Bragg does an absolutely savage version of this song with the guitar and vocals. It's just really punky and raw, and there's just a little bit of violin thrown in for good measure to give you some of the sort of train noises. The Marriage is a light-hearted relationship song where the protagonist is someone who's about to get married but doesn't really want to. Ideology is the first political song on the album, and it's about how people getting elected to Parliament end up representing themselves and vested interests rather than the people who actually elected them. The line that always sticks with me in that song is there more to a seat in Parliament than sitting on your arse? Something I think we can all still relate to today. Now the next song is Levi Stubbs' Tears, and this one is the first song that I ever knew Billy Bragg for. I actually saw the film clip for it on a Saturday morning clip show, which not so normally the sort of thing you'd see Billy Bragg on, but the first minute I heard that song, I knew I needed to buy this album, and I've owned a copy of it either on vinyl or CD ever since. This song is absolutely heartbreaking. It's a beautiful song, but it's a very, very sad song. The last verse still gets to me every time, where he sings, "Then one dark night he came home from the sea and put a hole in her body where no hole should be. It hurt her more to see him walking out the door, and though they stitched her back together, they left her heart in pieces on the floor." Just heartbreaking stuff. The side one finishes with a much more light-hearted song, which is "Honey, I'm a Big Boy Now," which is basically his girl has left him and he's trying to boast that he can still look after himself, except he can't really. Side 2 starts off with "There Is Power in the Union," which, as the title would suggest, is a very pro-union song. It's actually set to an old Civil War tune called "The Battle Cry of Freedom." The next song is "Help Save the Youth of America," which is sort of a critique of America. Another one of his political songs. The next song is "Wishing the Days Away," which is one of his more light-hearted songs. His girl is away and he's waiting for her to come back, and so he keeps counting out the days until she returns and wishing his life away, as it were. The Passion is another one of his heartbreaking songs. It's about a doomed relationship where a baby is born into it, and unfortunately it doesn't help things at all. In fact, it probably makes things worse. The Warmest Room is a light-hearted, witty song, which I've always loved. And then the last song is The Home Front, which is a little vignette, really, about a working-class British family and their everyday struggles. So that's the album. I really love this album. If it's an album that you know and love too, then please leave me a comment and let me know which songs are your favorites, what you like about the album, what you don't like about the album. If you've never heard it before, then please go to your music app of choice and give it a listen. I thoroughly recommend it. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful album. It's one of my all-time favorites for a reason. And again, once you've listened to it, please leave me a comment and let me know what you thought of it. Please like, share and subscribe. I'm a brand new channel. I could really use the help. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.